Okay, so today we are going to apply gel extensions. So what is a gel extension? It is a nail wrap with gel over and under, allowing the length of your nails to be extended. So I did this hand already. You will notice there is a big difference in the length of my nails. So today I'm going to show you how to apply gel extensions on my right hand. Okay, so first things first, you're going to want to prep your nails just like you would for normal nail wraps. Pushing back your cuticles, washing your hands, and then using a alcohol wipe to clean your nails. So you just want to clean your nails, get all the dirt off. Make sure you give yourself a good surface to apply your nail wraps. And you're going to apply your nail wraps in a method that works best for you. But instead of filing, you are going to leave the nail wrap longer. That way you have a platform to apply your gel onto. So at this point, I'm going to apply my nail wraps and show you how I apply my gel so that we can get some length out of these extensions. So I'm going to be using tips, that way I have both nails matched. Okay, so you'll notice these are really long, but we want them to be a little bit long because we want to be able to have a surface to be able to apply the gel onto. That way we can shape the extensions as well. So I'm going to cut these down just a little because this is crazy long. So I'm going to cut them just a little bit. At this point you could also shape them if you want to, like if you wanted them to be a little bit more pointy or more of the coffin style, you could shape them a little bit. That one's a little wonky, but I promise you they will turn out good in the end. You just want to give yourself enough space underneath to be able to apply the gel. So at this point, I'm going to take my gel lamp and my base coat, and I am going to apply one coat of base coat underneath all of these wraps because I want to give it some strength. Now remember, it's not going to be this long, but I want to be able to strengthen it so that when I do shape them a little better, like this one is kind of wonky, they're more firm. It's very hard to file and shape them at this point without having a couple coats of gel on them. So instead of curing face up like you would normally do, you're gonna cure them with your nails palm up. You're going to take your top coat and you're going to do the same thing. You'll apply a thin layer of gel underneath, just like you did with the base coat, but this is going to be your top coat. And then you'll cure. Okay, now that we have done that, we're going to take our alcohol wipe and we are just going to wipe the tacky off. Because we eventually are going to do another coat. Some people don't do another coat, but you know what, honestly, like it just makes it more firm. And I feel like it makes the shape better. So at this point, we are going to want to do a base coat and a top coat on top. So just like you normally would apply your gel, you'll do a thin layer of base coat going to the end. If you get any on your skin, you're going to want to just remove it to make sure that it won't come up later. And that you have a good seal. Now at this step, you don't have to worry about capping because we're going to end up trimming and shaping the nail. So capping wouldn't do you any good at this step. And then I'm actually going to do one more layer underneath. So I will clean off the gel just so it's not tacky anymore. And I'm going to do one more layer underneath just since I have the length left on my nails. So just like before, we'll do a base coat. Okay, so at this point, we are going to shape our nails so that they don't look all long and crazy. And that way they last a little bit longer too. They won't be as bendy. So you can use a couple of tools. You can use fingernail clippers, you can use some nail scissors, you can use cuticle snippers, and then I recommend a file and a buffer. So whatever is going to work the best for you, and you're just going to kind of start shaping them. So depending on if you want more of a round shape, more of a pointy shape, and then remember, if you're trimming, the more you trim, the less you're able to shape later. So I like to trim a little bit, and then that way I still have some room to file to make that perfect shape. So I don't necessarily want them completely pointy, so I'll file those points off a little bit. And I'm actually left-handed, but I cut with my right, so it's kind of awkward to cut with your non-dominant hand. Okay, I'm gonna file them and shape them a little bit better. So you'll notice they're still pretty long. So I'm just gonna take my file and get the shape that I want out of them. And if you need to, you can take your scissors and go back in and give them a little trim. And if they're a little flimsy, that's okay. We're gonna go back in and we're gonna put a couple more layers of gel on them to just sturdy them up a little bit. So I like to give them a little buff too, just to get any of the leftover gel that might be hanging on off. And I'm gonna give this one a little clip. Okay, so once we've filed them, we're gonna bring our gel lamp out and we're going to put another 2 layers of base coat and top coat, curing in between each layer and then wiping between each top coat and base coat. Okay, so now we'll do a top coat. And it is important to cap on these steps, especially since they're shaped. You want to make sure that your gel is not going to peel apart at the tip. So I usually push a little bit off the edge, and since these are longer, I can actually rub the brush along the tip. So once we did one base coat, top coat, we're gonna repeat after we wipe. So we'll wipe with an alcohol prep pad or nail prep cleanser. And then we will do another base coat, top coat. And then at this point, you can take your favorite Jamberry nail wrap. You can use any of our lacquers and our quick dry spray to make a custom one-of-a-kind look. So you can either keep tips, you can do this process with any of your favorite nail wraps. So if you loved this nautical navy, you could actually do your gel extensions with nautical navy instead of like a French tip or a clear look. So it just really depends on the look that you want to go for. I really wanted to go for a classic look. That way I could use some different accent nails over the top of this manicure, or even just use a fun polish to finish off the look. I hope you learned a lot from my gel extension tutorial, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment below.